Hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. Greg here, and today I have for you, this kiss was polarizing. I mean, come on, seriously, this kiss was polarizing. What I'm going to be talking to you guys today about is that kiss there that you saw was edited out of the movie Twisters, the new movie Twisters, which I really did actually enjoy this movie. I did not think I was going to enjoy this movie. I enjoyed the first Twisters, the original Twister movie. It's a great movie. I didn't think it needed a sequel or a spinoff, whatever you want to call this. I think it's more like a spinoff than it is a sequel. But within the movie, these two here, Glenn Powell and her, have this really great chemistry with each other, and they're falling in love throughout the movie. And there's been some talk about since it came out, and myself included, after I saw it, is like, why didn't they kiss? Because they don't kiss in the movie. So this just recently came out. I'm going to pop this up here. This just recently came out from the director of Twisters, talking about why the kiss was removed and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and play this, and then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and everything and run down on how I feel. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure the volume is up and play it for you.
Leaving that part of the relationship.
Isaac, that one's got to be for you. I think I heard something about Spielberg gave some notes, but you did have a kissing scene that was shot?
Yeah, somebody said that Spielberg was the reason, but that was not true. Spielberg wanted the kiss.
Wow.
We shot it. Spielberg wanted the kiss too. He was like, I hope this works. And we tested it. And we tested the film. And we were just finding that it was super polarizing to have the kiss in there. Yeah, that's really what happened. It was really based on the test audiences that we were seeing. Once we changed to this ending where we leave it a little bit more open, we leave it up for the imagination to fill in what happens to these two. It really helped our how people were responding to the film. And normally I want to say, don't be a coward and you don't have to give the people what they want. But this one was a tough one. We had to get, there was a giant team involved, the studios, everybody, and there were quite a lot of people who were doubtful about whether there should be a kiss in this movie. And I think that ultimately swayed everybody to say, okay, let's go with this other ending. So this other ending was something that I shot because there was a lot of internal questioning about whether we should have a kiss or not. But,
that aggravates me.
He's a romantic.
So I'm going to go ahead and take that off there. So there you guys have it. If you've ever wondered why they don't kiss at the end of Twisters, if it aggravated you, because it did aggravate me, I'll be honest with you, it aggravated me. Call me old-fashioned. I wanted to see them two kiss. But apparently, and this is why, if you also, I applaud the director there for coming out and saying that and everything. But you ever wonder why, like we talk about modern films, why so many people don't like, and this is one that was actually liked. This was one that was actually liked and made money. It felt like a more of an old school movie, but we, like, why are modern films not so good anymore? Why is this? Is it because they're woke? Is it because they're content? Is it because they're message driven? Yes, in a lot of ways, yes, in some of that, but also because they're committee run. As you mentioned there, sometimes a test audience can actually hurt a movie. And, you got to be brave enough. I know everybody wants everything to succeed. Everybody wants everything to succeed. You want everything to go out there and do things. But we've gotten to the point now where you can't even criticize a movie, you can't criticize art because they're too afraid to release something and they're too afraid to offend everybody. And if it does come out and if it does fail, you're not allowed to criticize it because we did nothing wrong. You're the fault. You're the reason why it's bad, not us. It's you. We did everything. We checked every box and everything, which is sad. And I'm watching this movie and the way the movie ends, I still can't believe they said it was polarizing. Who were they testing? Like I mentioned, test audiences, man. In some cases, they can hurt a movie a lot because there are some movies that were tested before audiences that just ruined the movies in general. It had reshoots, edits, everything. In some cases, test audiences do work because it does help some movies fix certain points in the movie where that just aren't working. But a test audience is not a consensus of everybody that's going to see the movie as a whole because it's just a small group of people, and I really want to know who they were testing. And this is something that's been going through my mind, and I think you guys have seen it about how people today, younger audiences, do not want to see kisses, do not want to see sexual interaction, do not want to, they want platonic friendship relationships. And I honestly cannot stand that, because I was watching this movie, I was watching Twisters, I was having a good time with it. And it gets to the end of the movie. A little spoilers here for people who may not have seen it. There'd be a spoiler here. So it gets to the end of the movie, right? And he's dropping her off. Glenn Powell's dropping her off at the airport, and she's getting ready to leave. And he gets in his truck, and he's just sitting there, and he's thinking, because they have some really great chemistry in this movie. And he's thinking. And then her friend here is in another car, sitting there watching him. And then Glenn Powell gets out of his truck, and he starts, headed towards the airport to go get her. And her friend in the other car is like, that's my boy. Go get him. Go get it. Go get her. Go get her. I mean, right? So he gets there, and then they just stare at each other awkwardly, like, and then all of a sudden they hear, they hear on the TV that there's some twisters are coming. So they look at each other, smile, and they both take off. And it's just like, really, because the whole movie's like building up to, like, you could tell they're falling in love, and it's building up, and you want to see that kiss, you want to see that moment. And I am so sick and tired of that. Look, I get it, all right. I'm not saying you wanted to see him strip naked and do it right there, but me coming at this from a man, because I'm coming at a man thing, and this is not like a manly action movie. It's a movie for men and women, I believe. But like, when we watch movies like Die Hard, we want to see, Bruce Willis kick ass, but we also want to see him save his wife, embrace his wife, give her a kiss, and make that amends that he's been trying to make with his wife since he first, because that's the whole point. He's trying to get to his wife to make amends with her, right? And then, like, when you're watching like the Lethal Weapon movies with Mel Gibson's character Riggs, right? You find out what happened to him and how he lost his wife, and what, why he's so crazy and everything. And then by the time you get to the second movie and he finds love again, and he's the first woman he allows into his life, and and he loses her again, it breaks your heart. And then when you get to the third movie and he finally gets Renee Russo, her character, and they fall in love, and they eventually get married and everything, that's what you want to see. You want to see that love, you want to see that basic human connection. Yes, you want to see the action, you want to see the twisters, you want to see the tornadoes and the action, the fighting and the punching and everything, but there's something uniquely human about wanting to see two people who clearly have a chemistry with one another. I mean, yes, it's fake, it's not real, they're not really dating or anything like that, but like, when they have this chemistry with each other and they're connecting, and you can feel it, and you feel like they're falling in love in this, and you're watching the story, you want to have that, like, the capper of it is like the kiss, the embrace, right? That connects them. And it irks me that it's like a kiss between two people, a man and a woman, is polarizing. It wasn't working. And then once you get committees involved in movies, that's another thing that's making so many modern movies so many crappy. Is like, you have like 30 committees telling this director, the writer, the producers, and the actors what they want to see, what needs to be seen, so the audiences will feel safe, right? And that's, once you have that happen, you've already lost. You've already lost. That's why independent films will be like, newer independent films are becoming far more superior than big budget movies. Once again, I really enjoyed this movie. I loved this movie. It hurts me to see that they think the kiss was polarizing and that they couldn't do it. And the director was great. He wanted to kiss, and because there was rumors about Spielberg saying that he removed the kiss. No, it's nice to see that Spielberg wanted to kiss as well too. But Spielberg and the director couldn't convince these committees and these test audiences the kiss could work. What what does that say about modern movies, right? That one of the most powerful directors of all times, who made some of the greatest movies, who is behind, his production companies behind this, him and the director cannot convince committees and a small test audience that a kiss could work in the film. That is insane to me. That is insane to me. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are about all this. About, and granted, this is why so many of us go back to older movies. And yes, I understand. I have a large audience out there that prefer older movies. They don't really watch a lot of new stuff, and they, like, why worry about this stuff when you have 100 years of entertainment? And this, I get that. I completely get that. That's why I watch a lot of old movies as well over new movies. But in some cases, I do want to find some good new movies here and there. And this was a good new movie. And I do think about things like this. I did, because I am an entertainment channel, and I have my thoughts and opinions, and I want to share them with you guys. And so, like, I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. If you've seen this, would you prefer them to kiss? And also, I know I have a fairly decent female audience out there, and a lot of the times the females don't. You women, I appreciate you guys. You don't really comment, but I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. Along with the men and then the women that are watching. Do you wish they would have kissed? do you prefer seeing that stuff? Are you like me and getting kind of tired of the whole platonic friendship type things in new movies where you kind of want to go, you want to see that, love and that connection? I want to know your thoughts from the men and the women out there as well. Please leave me comments in the comment section down below. And if you liked what you saw here, maybe consider hitting that like button or subscribing, hitting that bell for notifications. That'd be awesome. If there are any of you guys' subscriptions, or possibly share the video out for everybody to see, or join and become a channel member, because that would help out my channel immensely. Thank you, and shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for being channel members here and for all of your support. And to everybody watching, whether you liked me, hated me, or liked this video, or hate this video, I thank you for sticking this long. Wherever you all are, please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Always support physical media, because it truly is the superior format, now more than ever. Godspeed.